In our previous videos, we have learned about how a code gets executed inside a JavaScript engine and different types of execution context like global execution context and function execution context. So global execution context gets created at the start of the program, and every time you execute a function execution context gets created. In this video, we'll try to understand different phases of an execution context. So as soon as JavaScript engine goes through the code, it creates a global execution context. It consists of two parts. One part where execution happens, another where data is stored. Every execution context goes through two phases. One phase is declaration phase and another is execution phase. Let's try to understand what happens in declaration phase. So in declaration phase, the engine only looks for declaration. You must be thinking, what are declarations? So in JavaScript, there can only be two types of declaration: variable declaration and function declaration. We are going to use D for declaration phase. So right now, as soon as JavaScript engine will look at the code, it will create a global execution context, and global execution context will go into declaration mode. And we know in declaration mode, they only look for variable declaration and function declaration. So to understand it better, let me just break down this code into two parts. So we have var num is equal to 21. I can break this code into two parts by saying var num, that is one part, and in next part I can say num is equal to 21. So if you think in terms of phases of execution context, var num, that is declaration, that will be executed in declaration phase, and the second part will be executed in execution phase. So let's go ahead and try to understand how JavaScript engine is going to implement this code. So let's start with line number 1, and we can see on line number 1 there is a variable declaration named num. So what we will do is to create a box named num. So we'll go ahead and create a box named num, and the value inside this box is 21. But because we are in declaration mode right now, we will not look inside the value, and JavaScript engine will initialize this variable with a value of undefined. Moving on to next line, line number 6, and we can see there is another variable declaration called username. And because we are in declaration mode right now, we'll not look inside the value. So we'll go ahead and create another box. And the name of this box is username. And the value will be initialized with undefined. Moving on to line number 8, and we can see, is it a declaration or not? So it is neither a variable declaration nor a function declaration. So what JavaScript engine will do, because they are in declaration mode and the only thing they are looking for is variable declaration and function declaration, it will skip this line and move on to next line. That is line number 10. So here we can see, is it a variable declaration or function declaration? Yes, this is a function declaration. So I'll go ahead and create another box. The name of this box is add, and for details I'll just write fn because it is a function. Moving on to next, is it a variable declaration? Yes, this is a variable declaration of name 5. So I'll go ahead and create another box. The name of the box is going to be 5, and we know, so it doesn't look into the value of the variable because it is in declaration mode, so we will initialize it with undefined. And now we do not have any other line after this. So declaration mode is done. We are moving into the next phase, that is execution. In execution phase, we look for all kind of execution. It can be a function execution or a value assigned to a variable. So we will start with line number 1 again. So on line number 1, this time I'm not looking at declaration. All I'm looking for is second part, that is value assigned to the variable. So here we are saying the value 21 should be assigned to a variable named num. So right now the value inside num is undefined. This will be overwritten with the new value, that is 21. So now the value inside num is 21. As soon as this is done, we'll move on to the next line, line number 6, and here the value of ARIA is assigned to username. So undefined will be overwritten with the new value, that is ARIA. Next line is a function execution. And we know as soon as a function is executed, function execution context gets created. So here we will go ahead and create a function execution context. Obviously, function execution context will have two parts. One side is memory and the function will be executed. So right now we are looking for the value of username and logging the value. So in console log, you'll see the value of username and that value is ARIA. So in our console log, we'll see the value ARIA. And as soon as that will happen, this execution context will be deleted. Now we will move on to next line, line number 10. Is it any kind of execution? No, it is not. It is a declaration. So in execution, we'll skip the line number 10, 11 and 12 and move on to the next one, that is line number 14. And here the only part we are taking care of is second part, where we are assigning the value returned from add function into a variable named 5. We know that whenever function is executed, we create a function execution context. And this is the function execution context of add function. So we'll say add, and this function execution context will have two parts. One is memory. So here, even the function will go through the same phases that global execution context went through. That is declaration phase and execution phase. So here I'll go ahead and write D just to notify it is a declaration mode. In declaration mode, I'll look for all the declaration inside this function named add. So if you look at this, you'll find there is no variable declaration inside this function, but that is not true. So even when you pass a parameter inside function, that is considered to be a declaration of variable. So you can consider it to be something like var a and b. So it is like two variables defined inside it. So in declaration mode, we can see there are two declarations of variable named a. So we'll go ahead and create a box. The name of the box is a and the value inside that box will be undefined to start with. In declaration mode, we do not look at the value. Same case will happen with variable named b and the value will be undefined. So now we are done with declaration mode. We'll move on to execution mode. And in execution mode, we'll look at the real value that is assigned to the variable. And here we can see the value of 2 and 3 is assigned to the variable a and b. So undefined will be overwritten by the value 2 and the value of b will be overwritten by the new value, that is 3. And at last, here we are executing return statement. And we are saying return a plus b. So here I'm looking for the value of a, and to look for the value of a, I'll go to my memory and ask, can you just give me the value of a? And here we can see the value of a is 2 and b is 3. So I'll come back and replace a with 2 and b with 3. This value will be summed and that will be 5 and that will be returned from the function. And whatever returned from this function will be stored in the variable named 5. So the value of 5 variable will be overwritten new value that is returned from the function, that is 5. So it will be stored inside 5 variable. And as soon as that will happen, the function execution context will be deleted. And at last, the state we have here is a variable named num has a value of 21. A variable named username has a value of ARIA. We have a function named add and another variable named 5 and the value of that variable is also 5. So in this way we learnt about different phases of execution context. So one of that phase is declaration phase, in which we only care about variable declaration and function declaration. Another phase is execution phase, where we care about few things like function execution and a value assigned to the variable.